Hey guys, welcome back to Mindcraft. Last episode we built a dripstone and amethyst farm, and this episode we're continuing the farming theme with two more farms, but they are quite different, this time focused on violence. The first farm we're going to do is actually an upgrade to our old Guardian farm that no longer works on Java Edition because it's no longer an ocean monument. I figured, well, we already have a giant dark fish tank, might as well make it an actually dark fish tank using a new 1.17 feature, and then get a bunch of drowned spawns so we can farm tridents and nautilus shells. So, of course, I made a bunch of tinted glass with all that amethyst we got from our farm, and now we're going to turn it into a dark Guardian box. The first step is to remove the existing glass, and then we're going to replace it with tinted glass. This will take a long time. I honestly can't believe it. I ran out of tinted glass. I had so much tinted glass, and I still ran out. I had, like, almost a whole shulker box of tinted glass, and it all ran out. And I didn't even finish. I did the top, which took probably at least more than half of my glass supply. And then I also did all those little walls inside the farm that connect to the rest of the ocean monument with tinted glass. And then there was no glass left for the big windows. The Guardian window is still normal, the side windows are normal, and the back windows are normal, so we're not going to be finishing this today. But I am a little worried. I did AFK just as an example, and right now the only way we can actually get good rates is at night because then the light is gone. It still wasn't very good, and I didn't actually get any loot from drowned, so this might have been a whole huge waste of time, which would be a big shame because I just spent about an hour and a half rebuilding all the windows in this place except for the big ones. So, I think I'm still gonna turn the rest into tinted glass, and then we'll see how it goes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up on it going really well. What we're going to do now is transition over to the mob farm, general mob farm, and we're going to build this way up in the air. So we're building a high up, typical mushroom-style mob farm, because I need lots of gunpowder for my fireworks. We've been running low for a while, and I don't want to run out. So a simple, gigantic farm made out of... We're not going to use any fancy materials here, just basic stone, I think, is all we need. A giant stone floating mushroom, and you know where I'm going to put it? I'm not going to put it at Farm Central. I'm going to put it at the new area. I guess we don't have a name for it yet. The Amethyst Geodes, the Dripstone Farmland. It's like secondary Farm Central. It's even further away because we do need to farm Dripstone at some point, so I might as well set up a mob farm over there too. I could set it up at Farm Central, but I think Farm Central looks too nice to have a giant ugly floating stone mushroom there, so I don't really want to do that. Here we are at further Farm Central with our Amethyst farm underground and our great Dripstone farm that's not actually that great and is very, very slow. I also lit up the island, and now what we're going to do is build the dark mushroom gigantic stone brick monstrosity over this ocean, because this ocean has less stuff in it than this one, so I'm thinking it'll probably be a better choice for spawning prevention, because it's also deeper than this ocean, so we don't have to go as high to make sure that nothing can spawn. That right there is the basic collection system. We're basically going to stand around this and just hit the mobs in here until they die, and their drops should go into our nice chest stack here, which will contain plenty of mob drops. And really the goal of this farm is not to farm all mobs or experience, it's to farm gunpowder. I am running low on gunpowder. We've been going off the same stores for a long time, and recently, with all the fireworks we've been using, we're just almost out. So this will help us continue to use fireworks forever. If you're wondering what that ugly piece of dirt is doing in my nice stone brick wall, that actually marks 21 blocks up from the death point. If this is block 1, that's block 21. So in case I want to try to add an experience modification later, like some water there that slows down the mob so that they come down at half a heart, I could keep in mind easier just how high this tower is, because I know that dirt block is block 21. Now, I could probably use a chiseled stone brick, and it wouldn't be so ugly. In fact, let's do that right now. There's block 20 on all sides. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do that too. Boom. Okay, there we go. The marking is finished. With the addition of the water trails, the mushroom shape is beginning to take form. Now all we have to do is fill in the cracks, add walls, and roof. Even though I could finish the roof now with just basic slabs, I'm actually going to use full blocks because I want to leave it open for expansion in the future. If we decide that we want the farm to be, I don't know, if we think it's not efficient enough or something, we can just add another layer to the farm, and another, and another. That's why I'm leaving it expandable with these blocky roofs instead. Now I'm gonna light it up on top still. Of course we can't let mobs spawn up here, but I want to leave my options open, you know? Well, here we are. A dark, dank room. Again, just like the Guardian farm, we have darkened it up, darkened it down, darkened the area, and should now be able to get monsters to spawn. However, we won't see very good rates if we just stay down here, because here's the thing. Mobs spawn better when there is not other terrain for them to spawn on nearby. They can also spawn in the ocean, or in caves when we're down here, but they have a maximum spawning distance of 128 blocks. So, if we go about 100 blocks above this farm, there should be no terrain around it that can spawn besides that mushroom itself, and that will get us the best rates. So, how do we get up 100 blocks above this farm quickly? What we do is we build an elevator up with water. I'm going to make a gigantic water elevator that just goes all the way up and up and up, straight to a AFK platform way above the farm. Now, if I had a bunch of glass at my disposal, this would absolutely be a giant glass tube that shoots you upward. However, we used up all the glass in that Guardian farm earlier, so I literally would have to smelt a bunch of new glass just for this one thing. I would need about 6 stacks, and that is too much for me right now. So instead, we're just going to build it out of plain old stone brick. You are just going to have to take my word for it that building this upper AFK platform was absolutely no fun at all. Because I'm not going to bother showing it, because it was a bunch of stacking up high. I'm so glad we have this new episode format, or quote-unquote new, this episode format where I can skip stuff now, because that would have been the worst thing to watch ever. So this is the little AFK platform. It's positioned directly above the farm center, and when you sit in here, phantoms will not be able to get you either. That's what the point of the box is. Then this is our elevator up. We don't need an elevator down because, well, it's an ocean, just jump down. But here's how we're going to do it. We're going to use a piece of kelp at the bottom of the farm. Wow, we went deep from that single jump. Now we're going to use this piece of kelp here and bone meal it in this shaft so that we can get full water source blocks everywhere. Because here's the thing, water source blocks are the only way that bubble columns can form, and kelp makes them. However, right now, there's no bubble column because it's all flowing water, and I am not looking forward to placing over 100 buckets of water at once, which is why instead, we're doing it this way. It's a very useful trick. I wish I knew this trick when I made the Guardian Farm elevators, because I did not use it there. And that took quite a while to build those 2 elevators. So here's how it works. You throw the kelp down on the soul soil, soul sand, whatever, and then bone meal it. And there is a good chance that this kelp will not reach the top because I don't have that much bone meal. But guess what this farm produces? Bones! And guess what you can craft bones into? Bone meal! Also, look how much loot we're getting just from the few minutes I've been working on this. Like, probably about 20 minutes of work. If we AFK'd on this thing for a few hours, we would have enough gunpowder to last us years. Probably. Hopefully. I assume. Also, I don't know how much more bone meal I'm going to have to use on this. Let's try it now. This should get us most of the way up, right? Right? Please? Let's see. Wow, this is a long, dark elevator, isn't it? Oh, it's so close! Oh, come on. Well, I guess we can make our own infinite water source and just finish the rest with this bucket. Oh my gosh, it's a good thing I had my elytra on or we would have totally died there. Perfect. And like that, we have an elevator all the way up into this tiny little AFK chamber where we can sit and farm monster drops for days. We also have the coolest way of descending in history, certified by the Guinness World Record itself. Let's get out of this AFK chamber now and see how the farm did. Now, I obviously wasn't actually sitting in that AFK chamber since the last clip because I also added smooth stone rims around the edges because I figured if I was AFK, I might as well AFK with a furnace doing some stuff. You can see down there I've got a rim with smooth stone too. I just think it looks better. And I also added one other helpful thing. So after you jump down like this, you might be able to see. Now you can actually get straight back up instead of going all the way around the island through that staircase. It's just a little bit quicker and a little bit more convenient. Well, here is the collection system. Let's see how it's doing. Oh man, we've almost got 3 stacks of gunpowder already, almost 3 stacks of bones. We even got a witch or 2. That's awesome. It's working. The easiest, oldest farm in the book is in fact still worth making in Minecraft 1.17. Now, it might get messed up in the cave update if they actually add like negative Y levels and that changes how spawning works. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm happy with how that farm is. Look how ridiculous it looks with that AFK platform though. Man, it almost looks like a gigantic diving board, but you're diving onto stone. Concerning. Anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. Wait. I was about to end the video, but hold on. Let's check how much dripstone farmed in the same amount of time as 3 stacks of gunpowder. Like, 1/4 of a stack? Okay. So dripstone is very slow. Dripstone is probably the slowest farm we've ever made. It's a very good thing that this farm can also AFK, and so can the amethyst, while we AFK at the mob farm. It's better that way. Anyways, though, that is the end of this video, so for now, I do want to tell you all, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.